Hey, Leilani with the Magical Solution here, and I wanted to get a little personal with you guys. So, my grandma, she passed away last month, and I've been spending a lot of time at the altar and spending a lot of time with her energy and was reminiscing, going through the memories. And one memory in particular that I want to share with you guys is actually a recipe, a spiritual recipe. So make sure you stay for the whole video so you can get the full recipe. But essentially, every time that I would catch a fever, or in a spiritual sense, anytime that I caught the fire of the devil, or the devil's fever, which essentially translates to whenever I am out of character, when I'm hot headed, when I'm angry, when I am just not being myself, this is the recipe that my grandmother would perform for me. And this recipe is also a wonderful thing for you to engage in before the end of the year, even more so before the winter solstice. The timing of this recipe couldn't be more perfect because you have a couple of weeks before both of those things occur. But more so, I wanted to bring this up because this is the time of year, this dark half of the year is the time of year where most spiritualists will work on their shadow work, will work on cleansings, protections, will work on, deep meditation, contemplation, and prayer with their spirits, and they will spend a lot of time calling in the light. And they're doing so because during this dark half of the year, people oftentimes fall into what is called a depression. And the depression that we know of is not just a mental health situation, it's a spiritual health situation as well. Depression, from a spiritual sense, means everything is depressed. Your immune system, your mental and emotional capacity, your spiritual stamina, everything is being vulnerable at this time of year. And so many spiritualists bunker down, engage in deep cleansing, deep prayer, deep protection to ensure that they can make it through this dark half of the year and get to the lighter half of the year unscathed. Now, we should be so lucky, right? But unfortunately, we also have an additional set of obstacles that are completely avoidable, but they're there. And that set of obstacles is basically just other spiritualists and maybe even family members, maybe even friends. But essentially, these are individuals with no ethical or moral compass who are utilizing this time of year and the vulnerabilities that people are going through as an opportunity to do some really cringy shit. So, our first line of defense is to make sure we cleanse and we protect. And the recipe that I want to give you from my grandmother has everything to do with cleansing and protecting the head, which is the most important part of our body when you really think about it. So, the ingredients I'm about to share with you are going to be slightly altered so that they fit a more universal type of working, right? Because if I'm brutally honest with you, the reason why most spiritual baths and prescriptions that you receive will oftentimes instruct you to do that prescription from the neck down. And they instruct you to do that because your head is a very sensitive and very specific type of energy that has certain repulsions from certain ingredients and also has certain attractions to certain ingredients. And those repulsions and attractions you won't know unless you are lucky enough to have elders in your family or friendship or in your spiritual lineage to to give you that information. But if you don't have access to any of those things, getting a divination done would be the second best option. And then, of course, I'm going to plug in right here. If you need a divination for this kind of stuff, you know where to go. Now, as I had mentioned before, my grandmother would oftentimes give me this head wash as a way to cool down the devil's fire that is in my head. cool down the rage, right? But this head wash is also amazing for cleansing and protecting spiritually. And when you're dealing with powerless people who are trying to assert dominance over others, especially during this time of year when they know other people are vulnerable because they can't really do it any other time of year, right? Because they don't really have any power. The first place that they're going to attack is your mental. So this is a wonderful, wonderful wash to ensure that shit ain't working. So the very first ingredient you are going to need is a base ingredient. Now, a base ingredient is kind of like a carrier, right? It carries all the other ingredients within it and is a wonderful sort of emulsifier and a way to keep everything together. And that base ingredient is traditionally either a cocoa butter or a shea butter. Now, cocoa butter and shea butters, just by their very nature, is just wonderful for the hair. This is a wash that's going to go on the head, and so having cocoa or shea butter in your hair is going to add deep scalp moisturization, anti-dandruff, and of course, because of its thickness, it's going to add a nice layer of protection on the crown. Now, the rest of these ingredients are going to fall under cooling ingredients. Now, remember, when you're looking at ingredients fall into different categories, elemental categories, temperature categories, etc., etc. In this particular recipe, we are looking for cooling ingredients. And so two main ingredients that traditionally my grandmother loved to use was coconut water, an absolute given. Although, you can do holy water or a combination of both, that's fine, but coconut water is usually traditional. And the second cooling ingredient is going to be some type of slime. Okay, now traditionally we use okra slime, or we use snail slime, or we use some type of cactus juice slime. But in today's modern world, sometimes people don't have access to that. So aloe gel works just as well. Now, I'm Puerto Rican, which means there is not anything we don't do that does not include cascarilla. And this, my friends, no exception. Add some cascarilla. Now, this is the ingredient where you're going to need to get that divination done. You're going to need to have that prerequisite knowledge, because when it comes to herbs, the mental can get very touchy. But for this specific recipe, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a universal kind of herb to incorporate into this that is gentle and can most likely agree with everyone's head. But just to be safe, go talk to somebody, all right? And those ingredients are either, and you only need one, either mint or marjoram or holy basil. You only need one. Pick one, combine all of those ingredients together, stir it up real good until you get a nice smooth paste. And then from there, you can either do one of two things. You can either take that paste and go on in and just rub it all up in that head of yours, or you can use an organic white material, cotton, linen, satin, silk, any of these. You get a little bit of it, you dip it into this mixture, you place it on the crown, and then you wrap up your head. Either way, whether you put the whole stuff on or you put it onto a piece of cotton and put it on your head, you're going to wrap your head in white. And then you're going to go to sleep. You want to do this before bed, and you want to do this several nights in a row. We do this before bed because brujeria is done at night, and when you're sleeping, you are most vulnerable. Now, my grandma is a holy woman. This is going to be followed up with a hell of a lot of prayers, but I'll skip that part for now. You do it how you want to do it based on your culture and on your tradition. Have fun with it. Let me know how it goes. Drop me a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Leilani. This is The Magical Solution, and this is how we grow. Thanks for watching.